So here we go, guys. Yes, the leaks are here. I was wrong, actually, but we have some very interesting things to talk about, okay? So, yeah, the leaks have come. You can see them on the screen right now. And, yeah, I was wrong about some things, but it doesn't matter. Let's take a look on all the vehicles that they are adding this update. Of course, these are not all vehicles. These are coming from a very reliable source. And most of these will be added, okay? Most of these will be added. So let's just hop right into it and talk a little bit about it. So the first one is the most interesting one, in my opinion, because I got it wrong. Yes, I kind of got it right and then got it wrong, at the same time. Because I did a whole video yesterday talking about how the Golden Eagle is probably the T-50, right? But yeah, they are... I had this little thing in my mind, the controversy would be too much. So yeah, the Golden Eagle that they were talking about, it is indeed the F-15C Golden Eagle, guys. This F-15 is the F-15 with the APG-63V3, which is the AESA radar. So yeah, an F-15C is coming for with an AESA radar, which is pretty good, but don't expect anything too crazy. Remember, this is basically just a normal normal F-15 that you normally see, just of course, with the AESA radar. So the missiles, everything should be more or less the same, okay? The XFU-1, yeah, the dreams come true. Of course, we already kind of knew what it was, was kind of leaked before, but still, it is pretty interesting to check it out, okay? So yeah, the flying pancake is indeed coming. Another confirmation with this leak. Remember, these are very reliable sources, so you can trust on them, okay? The next one, the SU-30 Mk2 for Russia from Venezuela. So yeah, as a pack premium, so the new top premium that the Russians will be receiving is an SU-30, which is insane if you ask me. If you don't know what this is, I will be doing some videos about it, but basically the MK2 is a further development of the SU-30, okay? It is very late in this production, in this modernity of it, but it has some things that are a little bit different, okay? So for example, the radar is a little bit different if I'm not mistaken, and of course, for example, the engines, they're not thrust vectoring. So they're just normal AL-31Fs, right? So it is going to be a little bit worse, of course, and probably has a little bit lower of a BR. Probably will not have the R77-1, stuff like that, right? Then we have the Yak-1, Litiviax, apparently a pack premium of the Yak-1. This is actually a pretty interesting one because of its Lydia Litiviax kind of Yak, right? Which is pretty great. I mean, it's a good premium to have. Very good ace from... the Soviet era in World War II. Then we have another one that it's pretty interesting. It's an aircraft that I've been asking for kind of a long time. The British Aerospace Hawk 200. This is probably coming for, the Tech Tree. And it is, guys, basically a version of the Hawk trainer that it's an actual, proper attack aircraft, okay? So the idea here is that you can expect something that it's very... similar to the normal Hawk. We don't have the Hawk, so it's the first Hawk in the game. But at the same time, nothing too crazy. It's still kind of a trainer aircraft, okay? So you can expect basically kind of not Mach 1 capability. I mean, Mach 1 capability apparently can be done, but it's not going to be normally only on a dive or something, I would assume, right? And, a 60 meters per second of a climb, more or less, some missiles, some rockets, and an APG-66, so a radar that is from the F-16, so very interesting. The JH-7 GE Premium, a vehicle that was leaked many times before, coming as a premium. It makes sense, this would be kind of an earlier model of the JH-7, okay? So we have the A model in the tech tree, now it would be an earlier model, so basically less stuff, less capabilities, less power, maybe something like that, okay? And then the NB326, guys, because this vehicle, man, it is a vehicle that I really wanted to see for a very long time. And why is that? Because this is one of the vehicles that is very similar to a vehicle that the Brazilians use, actually, right? So this is kind of a trainer as well, okay? And in the K model here, we have a version that basically is like a ground attack version, single-seater, but it is still on its heart a trainer, right? And we had these vehicles in service as the Chavante here in Brazil. So hopefully they add a Chavante as well. I honestly don't understand why they didn't add this MB326 as a Tech 3 vehicle and then add the Chavante as a premium. That would make more sense. It would make every single Brazilian happy. But anyway, it's a trainer, subsonic, so it doesn't bring anything too crazy, but it is a very, very dear aircraft for me personally because Brazilian, we use this vehicle, right? The RE 2005 VDM, we already know it's the Battle Pass vehicle, right? So obviously, I mean, it's a vehicle that we already talked about. Then we have another very interesting vehicle here, the Fokker D23, which is a very odd vehicle. They had one made, and it was a very, very odd vehicle. It's a single seat fighter that basically has like 2 engines on it. So one on the front, one on the back, just like we see some of these vehicles in the Tech 3s, like the Germans have one of these, but yeah. Then we have the F-15C, which is the Cheyenne, another helicopter that it's, a premium, but at the same time, pretty interesting because the Cheyenne can be a very interesting vehicle. But yeah, the BTR-82AT, basically the evolution of the BTR-80A that we have in the game, but the AT model with ATGMs. We have the T-34-85 STP, of course, the stabilized T-34, the Chieftain 900, so vehicles that were already, teased and stuff. And then, guys, the M1A2T. Yes, the M1A2T. So, yeah, I'm gonna just go straight to this because it's kind of crazy. But yeah, I was right about this. The SEPV3 is coming for War Thunder, but for the Chinese for now. So very odd, but yeah, M1A2T is coming. And then the CM34, which is kind of an APC IFV vehicle for China as well. The C13, a vehicle that was already confirmed by Gaijin itself, right? The Tua, which has the tow launchers. The Jaguar, the French Jaguar. This, I would assume, is the EBRC, I think, which is an IFV kind of, APC kind of vehicle, right? So very interesting as well. The M113 HVMS, which is basically a APC model of the, like 113, right? But with a 60mm gun. So very interesting as well, different. Low armor, of course, but very interesting. Then we have all of these ships. So I'm not gonna talk too much about it because I don't know much about them, but still you can check it out, right? So Oregon City and stuff. I will check it out later, research every single one of them, see if there is anything that it's very interesting, but these are it. And then Miscellaneous. We have very interesting things here. KH-59Ms and MEs. So apparently cruise missiles are coming to War Thunder, because the KH-59 is pretty much that. I would assume this is not really like the KH-59, which is, the anti-ship, like the cruise missile one. It would be more of anti-ship kind of situation, right? So this is the M version, which is, it has around 115 kilometers of range, right? And the ME has 200 kilometers of range, apparently. But it has, it's an export model, right? So I don't understand exactly, but I mean, normally this would be guided, if I'm not mistaken, by radar, or not. This might be TV guided, guys. I don't know. I have to check. I'm pretty sure it is either, no, it's TV guided. Yeah, it's TV guided. So this is going to be insane. So I don't know. Let's wait and see. But yeah, another Russian missile that it's going to be, yeah, very interesting. New destroyed units. This is great. Great to hear. Ground BR increased to 12.7. Rejoice. Rejoice. Yes. BR increased to 12.7, which is insane. Hopefully they do the compression and not just AAs or something, but yeah. And then we have a very interesting thing here, which is the Russian and Chinese autoloader loading times getting lower. So yeah, for the T-80s, for example, it will be a 6 seconds. T-64s, 6 seconds. I mean, this is insane. Insane. T-64B, 6 seconds, except the ATGM, right? The VT4, 6.66. 7, the T-72s and stuff, 7, all of them, and 7.1 in the T-90. So no change, right? So in the T-72s, T-90s doesn't change much, but on the T-80s and T-64s, major buff on the reload. As always, not everything is on the leak list. Something can be changed, etc., etc. So these are the preliminary list. More lists like this will be added very soon, okay? So keep an eye out. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and let me know what you think. See you guys on the next one, and bye guys, see ya.